Hello again, everybody. This is Mr. Everything, and I'm coming at you with another XCOM video. My microphone. Okay, I don't know if I've been living under a rock or what, but the XCOM group over there at Firaxis, and they've made a new XCOM game. It's called XCOM Chimera SCUAD. And there's two videos that I want to show you today. One is the reveal trailer. That's when I've got queued up right there. We're gonna watch the trailer. Then I'm gonna maybe talk about the trailer just a little bit, and then what we'll do is we'll watch some gameplay. I've got about 5 minutes of gameplay. We're gonna watch that, and I'm gonna watch that in its entirety. And then what we'll do is we'll go back and we'll watch it, and I'll pause it from time to time, and we'll look to see what's on the screen to kind of evaluate and see what exactly is going to come out in this XCOM game. My understanding is, from what I've read, is it's like 5 years after War of the Chosen. So you've won the war. There's a peace, but there's still aliens living on this world, and something to do with that. So let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer. Let me shrink myself down so I'm not blocking most of it. Okay, it's kind of cartoony, but that's okay. Like a moving comic book.
BLUEBLOOD, Verge. Confirm position.
Confirmed.
On my order. Breach! Breach! Breach!
Hostiles never saw my approach, and judging by her facial expression, neither did Terminal.
Hey, you startled me. Your ugly mug has that effect on people.
Ah, that hurts, Terminal. Now you owe me an apology and a thank you.
Thank you for what?
Hey, that was a nasty float, Verge.
See, Blue Blood appreciates me.
Okay. I'll make sure you survive the next one. Deal?
Chimera Squad, we've been tipped off to an Illyrium stockpile.
We will see if the need arises.
Our source indicates Grey Phoenix operates the warehouse behind the front company. The surveillance of the building suggests minimal resistance. HQ recommends breaching with explosives on the westernmost wall.
This is way bigger than an Illyrium stockpile. Bert! Contact! Get to cover!
I will not hear the end of this, will I?
You can thank me once this is over.
April 24th. PC game. Got it. And then there's the gameplay. We're gonna watch that here in just a minute. Pause. Okay. So what do we learn just by watching the trailer? Oh my gosh, I can't really say. First of all, you're in a city called City 31. So that's like a nondescript city recovering from alien occupation, Advent and all that. So you're not anywhere specific. It's not like you're on the East Coast or the West Coast, right? You're just in City 31, whatever that is. Okay. You got these flying cars going on down here. There's a river. Now, I understand that there's districts in the game, so maybe each of these little areas would be a district. I don't know. Let's find out. I do like this APC. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, and this It's got some symbols. I don't know what these are. And it's definitely in a different... now, my understanding is this is not gameplay. This is just cutscenes or just story. If that's the case, then that's fine. I don't mind the story or the cutscenes being in this cel-shaded style art. I think it's kind of cool, actually.
Chimera Squad, you have
Chimera Squad. So you're specifically just a squad. You're not like the entirety of XCOM or something.
the green light. Be advised.
Now, are these railguns? What are these? Because they look cool.
Multiple hostiles reported.
Blue blood. Verge. Confirm position.
Okay, now he's in some kind of Overwatch position, looking down through the glass. He can see where the hostiles are. That's cool.
Confirmed.
On my order.
Now, she said something about on my mark, right?
Breach! Breach!
Okay. Breach. Breach, breach. Right?
Breach!
Sounds like one of them is using a shotgun, the other's using an assault rifle. He's using a pistol. But he's coming in a different way than they're coming in. Cover. Now, we already know that this is not a bad guy. This is... a psychic? I'm trying to remember what race that was. He's not a sectoid, is he? A giant? Because I thought they were a lot taller and skinnier.
Hostiles.
And then who's this guy back here? You can see my mouse? I hope you can. Who is this guy? Well, we know that's a muton, right? All right, let's keep going.
Never saw my approach, and judging by her facial expression, neither did Terminal.
Hey, you startled me. Your ugly mug has that effect on people.
That hurts, Terminal. Now you owe me an apology and a thank you.
Thank
And who is this guy? Like, what race are these guys?
you for what?
Now, apparently they're bringing the snake guys back, the serpents with their tongues. And you've got the psychic in your team using some kind of hold while his teammate shoots.
Hey, that was a nasty float, Verge.
See, Blue Blood appreciates me.
Okay. I'll make sure you survive the next one. Deal?
Chimera Squad, we've been tipped off to an Illyrium stockpile.
Okay, so Illyrium is still a thing.
We will see if the need arises.
Our source indicates Grey Phoenix operates the warehouse behind.
Grey Phoenix, that sounds like maybe Grey Phoenix is your new advent. Maybe you're maybe a underground.
The front company. The surveillance of the building suggests minimal resistance. HQ recommends breaching with explosives on the westernmost wall.
Okay, so at least there is an HQ. And you got your Illyrium barrels.
This is way bigger than an Illyrium stockpile. Contact! Get to cover!
And it's showing the gremlin healing him.
I will not hear the end of this, will I?
You can thank me once this is over.
Okay, and I think and this is just me thinking outside the box. I was thinking Chimera is an animal with multiple heads, right? Ancient Greek mythology. And I think when you look at, there should be like a goat, like maybe that's the goat head and there's the lion head and or maybe that's the goat head and this is the lion and this is, what's the other head? A wolf? Maybe that's a wolf head. But I'm kind of thinking that that's kind of a play on words because you have all these different aliens on your team and everybody's different. So that's why it's Chimera Squad. Maybe. I don't know. All right, so let's jump into the next video. Nice. See, now that looks like XCOM right there.
Chimera Squad is a brand new turn-based tactics game in the acclaimed XCOM series. In XCOM 2, players led the resistance against the alien rulers of Earth and their puppet government. 5 years later, Earth is liberated, and humans and aliens must forge an uneasy peace. Welcome to City 31, where former combatants live side by side, with unity hanging in the balance. This game follows Chimera Squad, an elite team of human and alien agents chosen for their abilities and dedication. Sent to help secure City 31, Chimera Squad's success will keep the city safe, but their failure will mean renewed violence. At the heart of the game are Chimera Squad's tactical operations, where the agents respond to combat in the city. Each of these battles are divided into encounters. Breach mode is a key new feature to combat. This phase begins each encounter and allows you to choose Chimera Squad's entry points and agent turn order. Burst in, get the drop on enemies, and unleash devastating special abilities. The tactical choices you make during a breach can set the tone for the entire encounter. Will you head to cover or engage with targets? Will agents operate solo or work together? Do you concentrate fire on the most threatening enemy, or do you try to take down multiple weaker targets first? Either way, don't expect to clear an entire room during the breach phase. Some encounters have multiple breach points to choose from, each with distinct advantages and disadvantages. Some breach points are only accessible by specific agent abilities or equipment. All units' turns are interleaved, which means that Chimera Squad agents and enemies alternate turns in a single timeline. Turn order is an important aspect of your tactical plan. Knowing which enemy and agent will act next will be crucial in dealing with threats. This timeline presents new opportunities. Some agents and enemies can change units' places in the timeline. Chimera Squad has an ability called Team Up. Once per mission, you can choose a member of your squad to jump right to the top of the turn order. This can allow you to get an agent to safety or to get the drop on an enemy. Agents who take a beating and lose all their hit points start bleeding out. Another agent must then stabilize their ally. Stabilized agents remain unconscious for the rest of the battle. If an agent bleeds out entirely, the mission fails and must be restarted. Keeping your agents healthy and in the field is critical, as agent abilities synergize with each other in different ways. Each agent has a unique set of skills that they can bring to the team. Some agents can destroy an enemy's cover to give the rest of the squad a better chance to hit. Other agents can forcibly move units, triggering an ally's overwatch or pulling an ally to safety. Some agents can even shield a teammate. Equipment can provide additional abilities to any agent. The unique and varied skills of Chimera Squad will provide endless opportunities for tacticians. Every mission begins and ends at HQ, your hub for all operations. New missions and their potential rewards can be viewed in the city map. Chimera Squad can embark on some missions immediately. Investigations can speed progress towards critical missions. Some missions may not have the most tantalizing rewards, but need to be prioritized for other reasons, like lowering the level of unrest Each district in the city has its own unrest score. If any district score maxes out, the unrest of the entire city will rise. If overall city unrest reaches a critical level, Chimera Squad will fail their campaign, and the model city of unification will be consumed in chaos and violence. Promote any agents who ranked up during their last encounter in the armory. Promotions give agents new abilities to use in the field. You can also adjust their equipment here. Stock up on your equipment at supply and the scavenger's market. Supply is always open for business, but lacks some of the more exotic goods the scavenger's market is known to offer. However, the scavenger's market only opens occasionally and may not always be around when you need it. At the assembly, you can create items and upgrades for sale at the store. You'll need to research patterns before you can build them. If you want to avoid being down an agent mid-mission, you can build androids to fill in for unconscious allies. You can upgrade these androids and change their equipment, but they don't have special abilities. If an agent is critically wounded, they may develop a scar, which will lower a key stat. Assigning an agent to training will repair the scar, if you can afford to have the agent out of commission for a few days. Training can give an uninjured agent improved stats or even new abilities. Spec Ops can be used to send a single agent out to gain resources or for other strategic goals, like lowering the level of unrest in various districts of City 31. Chimera Squad must prevent anarchy at all costs. City 31 is the first step toward a unified future. A lot is riding on the shoulders of Chimera Squad. A lot is riding on you.
All right, let's watch that all over again, and let's break it down a little bit better. All right, guys, they crammed a lot of information into a short 6-minute video. She was talking so fast. It was such a blur. I didn't really catch everything. I don't know if you did or what, but what we're going to do is we're going to watch this video, and I'm going to pause it over and over and over, and we'll talk about each little piece, and plus it'll help me kind of understand what's going on. All right. First thing I want to do is say, it looks pretty good. I mean, it looks a lot like XCOM, you know? It kind of looks like it's not polished, like it's not finished, like there's still, like this is almost a beta video or maybe even an alpha video. I don't know what that is. What this is, we know what that is. But that looks like an upgraded armor based on what I saw earlier. And then, of course, you got those eyes, man. They got to do something about those eyes. I don't know if I like the way those eyes look on this. What is that, a Muton? Yeah. And then you'll notice that all the languages are written in not alien, but not human languages. It's just graphics. What the heck is going on with that head splatter? Okay, is he spitting acid? Maybe that's what or poisonous venom? That looks like what he's doing. Is this guy part of XCOM, or is he one of the targets? All right, hopefully you can see my mouse on the screen. That's a cool explosive. What does this say? What was... Yeah, see, you can't read that. You can't read any of this. XP, got that.
XCOM
They were a little bit close to that explosive.
Chimera Squad is a brand new turn-based tactics game in the acclaimed XCOM series. In XCOM
Okay, so this is the, XCOM 2.
XCOM 2, players led the resistance
And see, now that looks clean.
against the alien rulers of Earth and their puppet government. 5 years later, Earth is liberated, and humans and aliens must forge an uneasy peace.
Okay, so this is some concept art, apparently. Maybe a human and a sectoid are negotiating something, and he's carrying a package. You know, there's another one back there. Okay.
Welcome to
City 31, huh?
City 31, where former combatants live side by side with unity hanging in the balance.
Okay, so you're looking at a variety of different, I don't know what this guy is. Oh, wait, is he not with the Advent guys? Is he an Advent soldier? You know, that one, like half human, half alien? Yeah, that's probably what he is.
This game follows.
Yeah, see, that doesn't look as good as XCOM 2 did. They need to do a little bit more polishing, a little bit more texturing and stuff like that. What kind of shot is that? We know he's using his psychic ability. And he's got a rifle in his left hand. Looks like an assault rifle. Looks just like one of those. But he's doing something with his right hand.
Follows Chimera Squad, an elite team of human
Yeah. What's he doing?
and alien agents chosen
Hey, I can read that. Caution.
for their abilities and dedication. Sent to help secure City 31, Chimera
Okay. Sent to help City 31. That means they don't come from the city. And if they don't come from the city, where do they come from? Some kind of overall XCOM? XCOM, maybe they're a global force, and Chimera Squad was just one of their squads that they sent. They named Chimera and they sent to City 31 to deal with it.
Squad's success will keep the city.
Okay, I want to go back just a piece. Not that far.
Will keep the city safe.
Okay, these are all things you recognize, right? When they
Their
shoot,
failure will
you see the explosion, you see the standard damages that you saw in XCOM 2.
renewed violence.
How far back do I gotta go?
City 31, Chimera Squad.
Okay, right here. Is this guy a civilian? Or is he might not be one of the hostages. He might be a hostage or one of those guys. Remember, you know, those missions you had to go in and rescue people? He's probably one of those. And she shot right through the wall. Did 4 damage. These are all normal
Failure will
shots and
mean renewed
damages and
violence.
stuff. Okay, tactical operations. You would think that would be the actual battles.
At the
Okay, let's take a look at this map. You have field team abilities. I'm pointing at the screen like it's gonna work. Okay, we don't know what that is. We don't know what those abilities are. And then we've got looks like we have 9 districts, right? And we got Illyrium, Intel, and credits. They're using the same icons. That's good. Uncover hidden operations in Renova Heights. Renova Heights right there. Hidden faction target. Then there's like these little plus add something in, and that guy's added something, a safe or something. I don't know what that is.
heart of the game are Chimera Squad's tactical operations.
Okay. Can I go back?
At the heart of the game.
Yeah, right there.
Our
Okay, let's get this in focus. Send APC. -1 unrest in downtown district. The City 31 Police Department patrol located a rogue server. It's heavily guarded. Attaches network will gain insight into our current investigation. And then there's like -1 unrest, because that icon's like a fire, so -1 unrest and 65 credits. So it tells us right up here without having to look over here what the rewards will be. And I don't know what that is. This will, whatever. Send APC. Okay.
Chimera Squad's tactical operations.
All right. Now this is where I guess you would assign your squad, and SHIELD is a troop. In this case, we have 5 seats in the APC. We don't know, but maybe you get to upgrade your APC. Maybe you start with only 4 seats, and then you get to upgrade it to 5 or 6 seats. Whisper. Say a hostile force. You should probably have a comma there, right? Has access to dangerous device, but destroying it would cause harm to you or others. Okay, whatever. -1 unrest. Difficulty. Okay, that's a symbol. That's regular from like XCOM 2. I'm just looking at everything. And I also got to talk about where you park this APC. I do not like the layout of the base. I think it's retarded that you have to back in through the door, make an immediate turn to go up a ramp. It's ridiculous. Okay, so we're looking at the names of our characters. And from what I can tell, they're predetermined. Like, these are the characters you will get, not specifically these 4, but they have like a predetermined set of characters that you get assigned, and then you get to put them into your team, and you can't make any modifications or changes to them because it goes along with their story, and you can't, and then it looks like the submachine gun, shotgun, assault rifle, looks like he's carrying a grenade. Back, maybe gremlin or something, because that is Godmother, and that's probably a gremlin. And then you got another type of grenade, maybe a frost grenade, maybe armor plating, I don't know. And this is probably their health at the bottom. And this is probably all, what do you call it, placeholder anyway, right?
Where the agents responded.
See, look where that thing has to go. That's bad layout. They should have put the door right there in front of the ramp, or I don't know, it's just retarded.
Combat in the city. Each of these battles are divided into encounters.
Okay, so when you go into a battle, you have to do a number of encounters. In this case, there's 3 encounters, and you only have the first encounter, and then you got to go to the second encounter. Maybe there's a boss encounter at the end.
Breach mode is a key new feature to combat.
Okay, breach mode, right? And I've noticed that instead of like realistic looking heads or less cartoony heads, these are definitely cartoony caricatures, right? And then this is obviously what this character's abilities are that he's unlocked, the weapon he's carrying. Now, the weapon looks good at an angle like that. And then, like, maybe how much ammo he's got.
This phase begins each encounter.
Okay. Wait, each encounter? See, this says encounter 2 has a breach phase. Okay. So maybe every encounter you got a breach, which basically, that's interesting. Okay. And then these locations up here are the breach locations.
And allows you to choose Chimera Squad.
And then you get to assign into these little boxes up here what or who you get, or how many you get to put into the different locations. Like, this is side window over here, right? Where the main door was just off the screen to the right.
Entry point.
See? So the side window was over there. And there's probably another side window probably over here. So somebody could jump into the window there, jump in through the window there, and then actually take the main door. And this says right here that you can have up to 4 people going through the main door, but only 1 through each window. Looks like he's going to go through a window as well.
And agent turn order.
Okay, so you have to assign turn order. Let me go back and hear what she had to say actually.
Breach mode is a key new feature to combat. This phase begins each encounter and allows you to choose Chimera Squad's entry points and agent turn.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then over here you got 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the order that they go in. So basically you assign them their initiative. Not like in XCOM 1 and 2 where you get to just pick anybody, have them do an action and move them, or pick somebody else and have them do something and go back and forth. Not in this case. It looks like you got to do one at a time, just like a game you're probably all familiar with, like D&D. Okay, here we go. Low visibility. Enemies are harder to hit because she's in a bad position when she goes in. But right here, when you jump in, because you're like right in the middle of them, I guess you get surprise. So if you hit somebody, it'll stun them. If we take stun like from D&D, that would be he would like lose a turn. Okay, delayed scan. Okay, the last unit through this entrance is marked until the end of the encounter. So that means whoever goes in last, which would be this guy, he's going to get, when they shoot at him, they're going to get pluses to hit him.
Order. Burst in.
All right, coming into the window.
Get the drop on enemies and unleash devastating special ability.
Okay, I think I just skipped over a whole bunch of stuff. So let's... Okay, so he's kicking the door in. He's got this shield. Look at that. A shield and a pistol. Is it Skulljack as well? Okay, I don't know. And he's got some kind of different armor than he does.
Burst in.
He's got a grenade. What? Who is... Oh, look, what the heck? Look at... What is that? Garth? What? You got a picture on the wall over there? Okay. And then he comes, or she comes in the side window. She's got a cool-looking grenade. There he is again. Okay, we're just looking at him at a different angle, I guess.
Get the drop on...
Surprised. Resonant, which I assume that's the type of person he is. You have a theoretical 100%. I guess these are the number of hostiles you see. You got 5 of them. Breach. You got your hit damages. Aim, weapon ranges, surprised, low visibility. Tells you how you got your hit percentage, plus your skills, what chance you have to crit. Breach fire is a type of shot fired at hostile target during the breach. Okay.
Enemies and...
What is that? And that. These two have been alerted. That guy over there is surprised.
Unleash devastating special...
Breach fire, different modifiers. Yeah, what are these guys? Or is that like where your allies are?
Abilities.
All right, now this is another way to breach, it looks like. We've got ladders, grappling points. So if you, and I think that's what these are. These are like grappling hooks or police grapplers that you just put up on the wall so you can climb up over. You're going to crit or you're going to surprise. And this guy's on the regular ladder and he's going to get plus 25 aim. Okay.
The tactical choices you make
Now we assigned one. Put her right there.
during a breach can set the tone for the entire encounter.
Okay. All right. Now, I guess this is telling me what initiative order they're in. I hope. How many health points they have left. She's been damaged, or he's been damaged, or whatever that's been. Okay. It looks like there might have been a side ladder that you could have used. This guy's on alert.
Will you head to
Oh, so is this guy?
cover or engage with targets?
Okay.
Agents operate solo or work together.
Okay. Who is this person right here? His foot's on lit up. That looks like a civilian.
Do you
That's a cool little robot. Alert.
concentrate fire on the most threatening enemy, or do you try to take down
Okay, there was armor and health.
multiple weaker targets first? Either way,
Let me back up. I want to show you something.
work together. Do you
Right there, that's a different icon. So that's a different faction you're going up against. So you can either shoot or move to cover. Okay.
concentrate fire on the most threatening enemy, or do you try to take down multiple weaker targets first? Either way, don't expect to clear an entire
Hey, what's that? Those robotic things you gotta kill twice.
room during the breach phase. Some
First impression. First unit at this door is guaranteed to land their shot. Okay. Low visibility. Enemies are harder to hit. And then all units entering here get a +3 mobility for the first round. But guess what? There's only 2 people in this squad.
encounters have multiple breach points to choose from, each with distinct advantages and disadvantages. Some breach points are only accessible by specific agent abilities or equipment.
Okay.
From each with distinct advantages and disadvantages. Some breach
Surprise, hard to hit. Vent. Got the snake assigned to that. And then you got the other 3 by the keypad door, which I guess is this one.
points are only accessible by specific agent abilities or equipment.
So I assume if you don't have that type of agent, then you can't use that breach point.
All units
Now we're going to just talk about combat.
all units' turns are interleaved, which means
Okay. I don't know if I don't have one way, I don't have a thought one way or another on this, but every other person is XCOM. Every other person is a bad guy. And we again have new icons. So that's a third faction. And it's probably Grey Phoenix. That's probably Grey Phoenix. And it's our third encounter. Enemies deleting files. Okay, and it shows the timer. That's a time counter. I don't know what that is. Maybe that's alerted.
means that Chimera Squad agents and enemies alternate turns in
Alternate turns.
a single timeline. Turn order is an important aspect of your tactical plan. Knowing which enemy and agent will act next will be crucial in dealing with threats.
Yeah, that's wild. So you know who's going to go next because you can see it. But so that's kind of I'm going to say kind of cheesy because you know which enemy's going to move next. But on the other hand, you don't get to choose who you're moving next. You're also having to go in order. So you have an advantage, but you also don't have an advantage.
This time
Okay, let's go back one.
will be crucial.
Now, this guy's got, it looks like he's hollow targeted. This guy too. This looks like it's got the objective boxes, right? So that's normal. What do these little targets mean? I can't remember.
In dealing with threats.
Okay. Yeah, you got multiple different types of icons down there. Okay.
This timeline presents new.
No, maybe you don't. They're just different colors. And I wonder if those different colors are things like you can't see them, or they're flanked, or, you know, that kind of stuff. And he's got some abilities and a pistol. Soul Fire, that's what he's going to use. Guaranteed damage. Okay, a lot of those abilities are the same. Oh, it must be music shop.
New opportunities.
There's a little upstairs area.
Some agents and enemies can change units' places in the timeline.
Wait, did she say change units places in the
Change
timeline?
units' places in the timeline. Chimera Squad has an ability called Team.
Team up. Cherub coordinates with target unimpaired ally. Unimpaired ally. Does that mean he can't be stunned? Moving their turn next on the timeline. The team up ability is shared between the entire squad and can only be used once per mission. So is that telling me that everybody's got it? And when you use it, the guy will act like right below you. So Cherub used it on this guy. Now he goes on round 2. Or he's the second one to act. And what is that?
Once per mission, you can choose a member of your squad to jump right to the top of the turn order. This can allow you to get an agent to safety or to get the drop on an.
And does this mean he's in cover? Those little gold shields.
Enemy. Agents who take a beating and lose all their
This guy's got 1 hit point. This guy's got 1 hit point.
hit points start bleeding out.
Okay. Torque is bleeding out. We're familiar with that.
Another agent must then stabilize their ally.
Okay, so you got to use a med kit, or you got to have to use the gremlin, you know, and there's, I guess that's gremlin healing ability. I don't know what all those abilities are.
Stabilized agents remain unconscious for the rest of the battle. If an agent bleeds out entirely, the mission fails and must be restarted.
Okay, so I got a comment about this. I heard this the first time I just watched it. I don't know what this means. If you kill one of my guys, if the game kills one of my guys and they bleed out, I lose the game. Or is it just the mission failed? Let me back up and hear what she had to say.
Must then stabilize their ally. Stabilized agents remain unconscious for the rest of the battle. If an agent bleeds out entirely, the mission fails and must be restarted.
The mission fails. Okay. And must be restarted. Okay, so that tells me something. I don't know if I like this. This is you can't lose anybody, because you go on these missions, and if somebody dies, you have to just redo the mission. Somebody dies, you redo the mission. Somebody dies, you redo the mission until you get a success. So you're always going to succeed. It's built into the game. Now, I can understand where there's certain story characters that you have to keep for the end game, like he's got a part to play, I kind of get that, but this is definitely hand holding. You can't lose a person. You're never going to lose anybody. They can go unconscious, they can get wounded, they can get put out of action for a number of days, but no one's going to die. I don't know if I like that.
Keeping your agents healthy and in the field is critical, as agent abilities synergize with each other in
Okay, so agent abilities synergize.
Keeping your agents healthy and in the
Okay, what's this guy doing?
field is critical.
Some kind of area of effect. You see how it goes? There's another civilian.
As agent
Now, he receives that synergy where it says damage increased.
abilities synergize with each other
So now when he shoots this guy,
in different
it's a supercharged.
ways. Each agent has a unique
So he must have that ability where you can fire your pistol at every visible.
team. Some agents
Okay, now there's something I got to back up and show you as well.
unique set of skills that they can bring
Dang, too fast.
to the
Yeah, what's his fond farewell?
team. Some agents can destroy an enemy's cover to give the rest of the squad a better
That's cool.
chance to hit. Other agents can forcibly move units, triggering
So he just switched places with this guy.
an ally's overwatch.
Now he's probably got that ability that you do melee attacks when everybody comes within one square of you.
Pulling an ally
And he's got a lit up glowing foot. Killing that dude.
to safety. Some agents can even shield a teammate.
Okay, yeah. Android. What is this? Snake and a fish? Okay. So Cherub is shielding Axiom. Andromedon, there it is.
Equipment can provide additional abilities
Okay, knocked out all their weapons.
to any agent. The unique and varied skills of Chimera Squad
I made the arrest.
will provide endless opportunities for tacticians. Every mission begins and ends at HQ, your hub for
See, that's ridiculous, the way it parks.
all operations. New missions
Okay, we got a lot of junk over here.
and their potential rewards can be viewed in the city map. Chimera Squad can embark on
Okay, let's take a look real quick. We got Illyrium, Intel, credits. We already looked at that, right? But then we got this thing called City Anarchy up here. And we got 9 districts. It's telling us what day it is and what month it is and year.
some missions immediately. Investigations can speed progress towards critical missions.
Okay. +2 files, -2 fist.
Some missions may not have the most tantalizing rewards, but need to be prioritized for other reasons, like lowering the level of unrest. Each district in the city has its own unrest score. If any district score maxes out,
Okay, so they have, what is these, like 5 counters here? And I guess it goes from white to yellow to red. And then up here,
the unrest of the entire city will
yeah, it goes from green to yellow to
rise.
probably red.
If overall city unrest reaches a critical level, Chimera Squad will fail their campaign, and the model city of unification will be consumed in chaos and violence.
Okay, so what do they call that? The, some kind of tracker. Okay, there, I'm back. My camera froze there for a second. Okay. Okay, HQ facilities.
Promote any agents who ranked up during their last encounter in the armory.
Okay, and notice that armory is downstairs. That's cool. Everybody's got their own personal locker. Kind of just glancing around. Okay, now up at the top, I see you got a roster. I'm seeing 8 guys, but well, 7 guys and a robot. He's on a roster.
Promotions give agents...
Gotta fix those eyes. Okay. Axiom leaps up and slams the ground if I unlock this ability. Quake. You got stats. You got scars. He's shell-shocked. And he's got abilities. Wanted to click accept. Okay.
New abilities to use in the field. You can also...
Okay, primary weapon, armor, breach item, and utility items. Okay.
adjust their equipment here. Stock up on your equipment at supply and the scavenger's market. Supply is always open for business.
Okay. Infiltrator weave, I would assume, like, turns you invisible and you can move. It's that ghost armor. Android, it's in supply, so you would think that buying an android would be like a deployable item in your inventory, but no, I think it's just restocking your base. Flashbang smoke, ceasefire grenade, it's like an EMP, I would guess. Tracer, trank, motile, I thought that was Molotov. Motile inducer, I don't know. Okay, keep going.
But lacks some of the more exotic goods the scavenger's market is known.
Hold on. Scavenger market does have a motile inducer. That's what she was carrying on her belt. Artificially stimulates the nervous system, allowing an agent to act rapidly under pressure. Gains 2 actions immediately. Does not affect the target's cooldowns. But still, they get 2 actions immediately. Advanced scope, and then stock. Looks like stocks are still gonna let you do damage even if you miss. And you're spending intel, it looks like, for all these.
To offer. However, the scavenger's market only opens occasionally and may not always be around when you need it. At the assembly, you can create items and upgrades for sale at the store.
Okay, so if you are able to make stuff, you can sell it at the store. Okay. Modular weapons let you autoloader and stocks.
You need to research patterns before you can build them.
Research patterns. Okay, or recipes if you want to call it that.
If you want to avoid being down an agent mid-mission, you can build androids to fill in for unconscious allies.
Yeah, and I think there was another spot over here for an android.
You can upgrade these androids and change their equipment.
Okay, ballistic foam lining, what does that do? Increases their total hit points by +2. Okay. What did polymer whatchamacallit do?
You can upgrade these androids and change.
Okay, polymer sheathing gives you 2 hit points and 2 armor. Yeah.
Their equipment.
That's only +2 on that one.
But they don't have special abilities. If an agent is critically wounded,
okay, she has mechanical arms and legs.
They may develop a scar.
Sluggish means she gets a -15 to dodge, which is right there.
Which will lower a key stat. Assigning an agent to training will repair the scar.
Looks like there's 2 training slots.
If you can afford to have the agent out of commission for a few
Heightened reflexes. Removes their dodge.
days. Training can give an uninjured agent.
Okay, if it's uninjured, then it would be -1 utility item slot.
improved stats, or even new abilities. Spec Ops can be used to send a single agent out to gain
Okay, so this is a lot like the time when you had to send agents out into the world so that they could get you intel or uncover missions.
resources, or
Okay, now what was that?
Spec Ops can be used to send a single
Glad handing. You just get money.
agent out to gain resources, or
Legwork. Intel.
for other
Illyrium sting. You get Illyrium.
strategic goals,
Humanitarian aid. Reduce unrest in all districts.
like
But it requires one or more security field team at rank 2. I'm not sure what that means. So you have to choose, you have to build field teams, I guess.
lowering the level of unrest in
Humanitarian aid.
various districts of City 31. Chimera Squad must prevent anarchy at all costs. City 31 is the first step toward a unified future. A lot is riding on the shoulders of Chimera Squad. A lot is riding on you.
Yep, there's a lot riding on me. Okay, that's just freaking awesome. We learned a lot, but I bet you that's only touching the surface. That's scratching the surface. I cannot wait. Now, I noticed when I was looking at the XCOM YouTube channel, there's a couple of profiles. Let me pull one of those up. All right, let's look at Cherub.
Reclamation Agency Field Evaluation. Call sign, Cherub. Specialty, Warden. Cherub belongs to the clone hybrids known as the Empty Cohort. He was designed to be an Advent soldier, but was awoken after the Psi network collapsed. Unable to receive Advent indoctrination, he was essentially a blank slate. Physically deadly, but mentally untainted. Highly capable, but without a purpose. Reclamation was happy to give him one.
All right, that's kind of cool. So he is an Advent soldier. He just, yeah. All right, let's take a look at the next one. All right, this is Verge.
Reclamation Agency Field Evaluation. Call sign, Verge. Specialty, Envoy. 25
Sectoid.
years ago, Verge was among Earth's earliest invaders. His preferred weapon was the human mind. But this intimate knowledge had a side effect: empathy. He began to aid the resistance. The sectoid invader became humanity's shadow guardian and an eager recruit for Chimera Squad.
That was cool. They did a callback to the old statue there. Yeah, that's definitely cool. All right, let's check out the next one.
Reclamation Agency Field Evaluation. Call sign, BLUEBLOOD. Specialty, Gunslinger. BLUEBLOOD grew up in the family business and in the shadow of the invaders. The aliens stole as much from him as they stole from the rest of us. But BLUEBLOOD clung to the one thing they couldn't take: hope. It may have been lost to many, but fortunately, he had enough to share.
What does that mean? And plus, Gunslinger, that basically means he uses a pistol and he can fire, like a bajillion times. It's a sniper subclass from XCOM 2.
Reclamation Agency Field Evaluation. Call sign, Terminal. Specialty, Medic. After the invasion 25 years ago, Terminal's life was defined by loss, until she decided to redefine it. And keep redefining it, regardless of personal danger, right to Chimera Squad's doorstep.
Okay, so she's the medic. I mean, that's just the way that is.
Reclamation Agency Field Evaluation. Call sign, Godmother. Specialty, Ranger. Godmother has always seen
Hand to
herself
hand.
as a teacher, not a leader. Leaders surrendered early in the invasion. She hasn't trusted them since. Which is fine. When you've built up as much expertise as she has, you can call yourself whatever you want.
Okay. Funny. Okay. All right, so that was XCOM Chimera Squad. We learned all we could learn. It looks like it's coming out this month on the 24th, which is only like 5 days away. I've already gone into my Steam account. I've already ordered it. So when it comes out, we'll go ahead and play it on the stream, and you'll get to see what it's all about. But dang, it's XCOM with a different spin. It's not. I kind of like the fact that it's a world with hope after, you know, your struggles, and then now, you know, you're a cop. You know, that's kind of what it seems like. You're part of the law enforcement, you know, but you're using all these XCOM abilities and powers and psychic abilities and high-tech weapons and stuff. So I think it's going to be really cool. I look forward to it. All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming out and checking out this walkthrough, reveal, first impressions, whatever you want to call it. And I will see you next time.